to Contenders. I'm your host, Bae Young. Today is Independence Day in Korea and also Malbok, or the last of the Bok days, or the hottest days according to the traditional calendar. As you know, the season is called Sambok, or the three Boks, and this is the last. That means the worst of the heat is over. And so let's sit back and enjoy the game. Let's welcome today's contenders onto our stage. Welcome to our stage. We have the Mugatu team, Robert Jo and Chris Kim. And Mugatu is a character from Zoolander, the film?
Yeah, that's correct. After all my film theory classes and my friend here have discussed, we decided that Zoolander was the most perfect film ever made.
Ever made?
Ever.
Ah, well, welcome to our stage and good luck to you, Mugatu team. Going against the Mugatu team, we have the Amigo team, Sunny Kang and Park Ji-yeon. So tell us a bit about yourselves.
Yes, hello. We are friends from university. It's 10 years to celebrate our friendship. We made a duo tech team.
Well, thank you for joining us today. Good luck to all of you. Now let us begin the quiz. Section, we'll be giving you 10 multiple choice questions worth 10 points each. You have 5 seconds to answer. Now, you can use chance once. If you're not sure about a certain question, then we'll take away 2 of the incorrect choices and give you a better chance at the correct answer. If you get all 10 correct, we give you 50 bonus points. And now, Mugatu team, you have a choice, Q, U, I, or Z.
Q. Q.
All right, we'll go with question set Q number 1. Of the following, which is not a letter that appears on poker cards? 1, J, 2, K, 3, Q, 4, T.
4 T.
And we go to question 2. Of the following, which is not a peer city? 1, Rio de Janeiro, 2, Napoli or Naples, 3, Sydney, 4, Beijing.
Beijing. 4, Beijing.
And Mugatu, you keep looking at your watch. Do you have someplace else to go?
No,
just
I'm
happy
trying
to
to
be
stop,
here.
actually.
Okay, we go to question 3. Many businesses use the abbreviation INC or INC. What is this short for? 1, incorporated, 2, incognito, 3, in common, and 4, in company.
1, incorporated. 1, incorporated.
And you haven't used chance yet. We get to question 4. Of the following, what is the famous line from Terminator 2? 1, I'm the king of the world. 2, I'll be back. 3, I'm your father. And 4, I'll be missing you.
2, I'll be back.
That was the one. I'm the king of the world was from Titanic. And Mugatu, we are already at question number 5. Yul Brynner played the king of Siam in The King and I. Today, Siam is known as what? 1, Japan, 2, Thailand, 3, Mongolia, and 4, Pakistan.
2, Thailand.
And question 6. Which one of these breeds of dogs does not come in a black color? 1, Labrador Retriever, 2, Rottweiler, 3, Doberman Pinscher, and 4, Maltese.
4, Maltese.
It was a guess on your part?
Educated guess.
It was a good one. And we go to question 7. Which sport was first recognized as an official sport in the 1992 Olympic Games? 1, women's soccer, 2, badminton, 3, synchronized swimming, and 4, archery. If you're not sure, you can use chance.
We would like to take our chance now.
All right, we'll take away 2 of the incorrect choices. And now, please make your final selection, Mugatu. Final answer?
1, women's soccer.
Actually, it was badminton. Well, you end this section with 60 points. However, we have a lot of the quiz ahead. And now, Amigo team, which set would you like to have?
C, please.
All right, we will go with question set Z, number 1. Of the following, which is the date of Independence Day in Korea? 1. August 1st, 2. August 8th, 3. August 15th, and 4. August 25th.
Number 3.
That is today. And Amigo, it's question 2. What does Quo Vadis mean? 1. Where are you from? 2. Where are you going? 3. Who are you? And 4. What are you doing?
Number 2.
And question 3. Which war did Joan of Arc's inspirational leadership help to end? 1. 100 Years' War, 2. 30 Years' War, 3. 7 Years' War, and 4. Wars of the Roses.
Number 2.
Actually, it is the 100 Years' War that came to an end with Joan of Arc's work. We have a lot of the quiz ahead, so don't worry about that. We have 20 points on the board for you. And Mugatu, you are in the lead with 60 points. Now, the first part of the quiz seemed to be a challenge for both teams. However, we have a lot of the quiz ahead, especially this fun part coming up next where we get to see how well you work together. We give you a word, 20 words actually, in a given category. You have 100 seconds to go through. And Mugatu, please take your position next to me. And Mugatu, you chose the category television series, and you've watched a lot of TV?
Yes, we figured that it was the subject we'd probably need the least preparation for.
Okay, are you ready? Okay. Go.
C, the son died. Ennis. Son was Ennis. Jello pudding bars.
Bill Cosby.
Yeah. 민요 삼총사. The show with the movie with Cameron Diaz, Lucy Liu.
Charlie's Angels.
Okay. The skinny lawyer lady.
Ally McBeal.
The British children's show with all the fat, weird-looking things.
Teletubbies.
Okay, Mulder and Scully.
X-Files.
Old show with the guy who always had a Swiss Army knife with him. Did a lot of different things.
MacGyver.
Yeah. Okay, Homer, Bart, Lisa.
Simpsons. The Simpsons.
8 kids from 2 different families. They had
Brady
that song.
Bunch.
Yeah. Emergency room.
ER.
The stripper dude. The show with the
Joe Millionaire.
Yeah. Vampire Slayer.
Buffy the Vampire Slayer.
The White House show.
West Wing.
The show that I like with Kim Jong-hwa.
Nonstop.
But with the word old, the opposite of old in front of it.
New Nonstop.
All right. The guy who married Monica.
Chandler?
Yeah. Crime Scene Investigations.
CSI.
Off the Island, Kicked Off the Island.
Survivor.
The Italian Mafia show on HBO.
Sopranos.
Pass. Okay, zip code. Which people? Full name.
Beverly Hills 90210.
Yeah. The letter after it.
Mugatu, that was a great job on your part to go through this category. You didn't get to V. That was the last we had on your 20-word list. And Mugatu, you end the section with 240 points. Great job. And Amigo, if you're ready. And your categories.
Favorite love songs.
Right, favorite love songs. And do you have a favorite?
Yes, John Lennon's Love.
Ah, we'll see if that's on your list. Are you ready?
Yes, I'm ready.
Go.
The drama Ain.
IOU.
Elvis Presley.
Love and Tender.
Yeah. La 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 la.
Pass.
Pass. In the conspiracy theory, in the movie Conspiracy Theory, Julia Roberts doing running machine while she listening this music. Pass. Celine Dion.
I always. My heart will go on.
Pass. Bee Gees. H.
How deep is your love?
Yes. It's my girlfriend is singing the other guy, so I think you are a K. Pass. Pass. It's Ghost.
Oh, Unchained Melody.
Yes. Mariah Carey.
I be there.
Yes. Pass. The Whitney Houston.
I will always love you.
The other one.
Greatest love over.
Yeah. Pass. Pass. Whitney Houston. Bodyguard.
I always love you.
Amigo team, I could feel how nervous you were from here, and maybe that's what kept you from going through this list more quickly. But, well, you sang la 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 la, loving you. That was what you was trying to get to. And Amigo, you end the section with 90 points. Mugatu, you are in the lead with 240 points. And now, this is the section where we see who gets to go to the finals, and let's welcome Mr. David Hwang onto the stage. And welcome.
Thank you. It's good to be back, and I hate to say it, but I have to agree with Mugatu. I believe that Zoolander might be one of the greatest films ever made. It's brilliant, actually. It's really brilliant.
We feel vindicated.
Yeah, believe it or not, I'm a fan. So, anyways, but I gotta cheer over here for Amigo too. If I have to make a movie reference, The Three Amigos is one of my all-time favorite as well. So, I'll just think from that perspective.
So we've got balance.
Yeah, exactly. We'll make a balance here.
All right. And so, what are the rules?
Okay, the rules for this section. This round is a series of non-multiple choice questions. The first team to buzz in will get the first chance to answer. If you get it wrong, that chance will be given to the other team. Now, you guys are lucky. Why, you ask? Because we are nice enough. Because if both of you guys get it wrong, we're going to give you another chance with the help of a spelling hint. There's 15 total questions. Each question is worth 30 points each, and you have 5 seconds to answer.
And
you guys
so,
ready?
if we're ready, let's have question number 1.
Question number 1 is about survey. Who is the most favorite Korean film actor selected by Koreans? Recently, this person easily took first place in a cable TV survey for the best 100 Korean film stars. His most recent film in Memory of Murder, and he
Mugatu.
병통.
And Amigo, it's your chance to answer. Amigo?
Song Kang-ho.
Yeah. Hey, Mugatu. For a film major, you don't know Korean actors very well.
Yeah, I still have trouble hearing the words when I go. So.
I see. So you were raised overseas.
Yeah, I was born and raised overseas.
I see.
Do you have a favorite film actor there, Eunyeon?
Yeah, I like An Sung-gi.
An Sung-gi, a classic. Yeah.
And so, who's yours?
Actually, male side, I'm gonna have to go with Lee Jung-jae.
Oh.
And Lee Byung-hun, I like him too. I like, and female side, Jang Jin-yeon and Lee Eun-ju. I'm gonna go with 2 each. Ooh.
Oh, we're rolling off a lot of the names here. And let's get to question 2.
Okay, question number 2 is about fruit. According to a new Harvard study, just one serving a day of blank-based foods such as pizza or a sauce could lower your risk.
Mugatu.
Tomato?
And tomatoes are really good for you. And let's get to question 3.
Question 3 is about science. Recently, Japanese scientists seeking to...
Mugatu.
Mammoths?
They're
There you
trying to
go.
revive the fossil mammal.
Why though? I mean, haven't they seen Jurassic Park? It might be a disaster.
Well, why don't we get to question 4?
Okay, question number 4. Actor. Only UK citizens or citizens of any country where...
Mugatu.
Pierce Brosnan.
And he appeared in GoldenEye in '95. And he's actually Irish, and that's why he couldn't be honored regularly.
Can I make another comment? This guy, Pierce Brosnan, he's, I think his better roles are way back in the day with Remington Steele. Do you guys remember that?
Yeah.
That's an old-time classic, but
Yeah, he was
anyway.
great in that.
Yeah.
But they couldn't take him off right off Remington Steele to go into 007 movies
Yeah.
because he had a contract with them, and that's why
Yeah.
we had to wait for him to come on to
That's right,
become
that's right.
007. Yes.
Wow.
Anyway.
That kind of dates you too. That dated me, but dates you too.
Ah, tragedy of age. And let's get to question 5.
Question 5 is about sport. After the World Cup, Korean soccer players have had...
Mugatu.
Lee Chun-soo.
Yeah. And what made you pick Lee Chun-soo?
I saw the word Spain.
Ah, very quick. Amigo, you're going to have to buzz in more quickly if you're going to go against the Mugatu team. Let's go to question 6.
6 is about food. European agriculture ministers adopted...
Mugatu.
Bioengineered foods.
Amigo, it's your chance to answer, and he'll finish the question.
European agriculture ministers adopted new rules on the labeling of these kinds of foods. And this has paved the way for the EU to lift a 4-year-old ban on these products that drew sharp criticism from the United States. What is this fruit product with altered genetic makeup?
Amigo, 5 seconds. Why don't we take a look at the hint? That gives it away. Mugatu.
Genetically modified foods.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or GM. You have to come up with the right word. And we go to question 7.
Question 7 is about device. Swiss and Spanish scientists are developing a mind-controlled this that will one day give severely paralyzed patients new independence. It is used as the way of moving around by somebody who cannot walk. What is this?
Mugatu.
Wheelchair?
Yeah. And we're already at question 8.
Number 8 is about character. This character has emerged as one of the most likely candidates for the icon of the 2008 Beijing Olympic Games. The character is the protagonist of the Chinese blank story, which is one of the 4 most well-praised Chinese classic literatures, also known to the Chinese as Journey to the West. What is this character?
Amigo?
손오공.
Yes. Sun Wukong or the Monkey King. And Amigo, it's good to see you on the board. And let's get to question 9.
Question 9 is about internet. Recently, Yahoo Incorporated is trying to get one over on this. Yahoo said it plans to buy Overture Services Incorporated, a leading provider of internet search services.
Amigo?
구글.
Yes, Google. You're catching up, Amigo, and we get to question 10.
Question 10 is about art. A retired truck driver who bought a painting for $5 at a thrift store may have picked up a genuine of this artist, which is worth more...
Mugatu.
Dali.
Amigo, it's your chance to answer, and he'll finish the question.
which is worth millions of dollars. The artist is an American abstract painter who developed a technique for applying paint by pouring or dripping it on canvases laid on the floor. Who is this artist?
Amigo, 5 seconds. Amigo?
Dali.
Dali.
Mugatu.
Jackson Pollock.
Yes. And we even had a movie about him, the artist. And, well, Amigo, it was a good effort on your part, but I don't think you heard the Mugatu team answer. They answered Dali before you. Anyway, let's get to the next question.
Question 11 is about park. Dogs paraded, visitors picnicked, and renowned tenors serenaded on July 19th as New Yorkers celebrated the 150th anniversary.
Mugatu.
Central Park?
Yeah. And let's go to 12.
Question 12 is about medicine. Pouring a this-based sealant into a wound may speed up healing and may reduce scarring, says doctors. This, a protein found naturally in skin, has long been used in preparations designed to aid healing. It is a fibrous protein also found in bone, cartilage, tendon, and other connective tissue that yields gelatin when boiled in water. What?
Mugatu.
Marrow? Bone marrow?
And Amigo, it's your chance to answer. He'll finish the question.
What is this?
Amigo, 5 seconds. Well, it would have been good for you to take the chance. We don't penalize for wrong answers. So anyway, why don't we take a look at the hint? Mugatu.
Collagen.
Yes. And let's get to question 13.
Question 13 is about person. Hours after hosting 1,600 guests at this person's 85th birthday celebration, he officially opened a new Johannesburg bridge named in his honor.
Mugatu.
Nelson Mandela?
The former president of South Africa, and we are down to question 14 now.
Question 14 is about author. A silver-bearded electrical contractor with a love of fishing won Key West's This Author Lookalike contest, which was held as part of a yearly celebration of the author's work.
Mugatu.
Hemingway. Ernest Hemingway?
And we're down to our last question.
Question 15 is about country. A United Nations Development Program spokesman said this country has launched a public internet project to help people learn computer skills and get online. The country finally joined the cyber age earlier this year, taking control of the open quote .af close.
Mugatu.
Afghanistan?
And that answer marks a strong ending to a strong game. Mugatu, you get to go on to the finals. Congratulations. Now, Amigo team, I could feel how nervous you were from over here, but I'm glad you could come on, join our show, and celebrate your friendship, or 10 years of friendship, as you mentioned in the beginning. Tell us a bit about, well, share with us how you feel, and of course, you got to say a word to the people who are back home supporting you.
We very enjoyed this show, and thank you.
Thank you very much for joining us.
Yeah.
And with that, we'll be back after this with the Mugatu team. Mugatu team, and now let us welcome back the Fuma team. It's good to have you back on our stage, Bennett Finns and Eric Silver. And so, well, this is your attempt at win number 2 in a row. What did your friends say upon seeing your win?
They were very impressed, but very happy for us. So now they're going to take us out to dinner for winning.
Ah, are they hoping that you get all the way to Europe?
I think so, yeah. They want us to take them with us. But we can.
We'll see what happens, right? All right, good luck to all of you. Now let's begin the final section. In the final section, we give you 5 categories of questions, 5 questions each. They're each 10 to 50 points, and you get to choose if you get the first question correct. Remember, please, to share your answer with us only after you've buzzed in. I've called out your team name, and then, okay? So, what are today's categories?
All right, today's categories are mixed history, biology test, based on facts, sports events, and expo products.
And I get to choose the first question. We'll go with mixed history for 10 points. This question is multiple choice, so each team will only have one chance to answer, so listen very carefully. The Yalta Conference is a major World War II conference among the 3 chief Allied leaders. Of the following, who is not a member of the Big Three that met at the Yalta Conference? 1. Franklin D. Roosevelt. 2. Winston Churchill. 3. Joseph Stalin. 4. Fuma.
4.
The 4th was Adolf Hitler, and of course, he was not one. And you're already on the board, Fuma, and you get to choose.
All right.
Sports events, 10.
Sports events, 10 points.
This is likewise a multiple choice, so you only have one chance to answer, so be very careful. Of the following, which event is not related with soccer? Number 1, Peace Cup. Number 2, Davis Cup. Number 3,
Mugatu.
Davis Cup.
The Davis Cup is an international team competition for men's tennis, and it is held annually. Are you a big tennis fan?
I used to be when I was in 7th grade, and then I found out I was really bad at it, so.
Oh, so you don't watch the sport anymore?
No, but I remember the Davis Cup.
Okay, Mugatu, with that question, you have tied the score at 10 points. You get to choose.
Could we have biology test for 10, please?
Surely, biology test, 10 points.
This term, widely used in chemistry, biology, and agronomy, translates the value of the concentration of the hydrogen ion into numbers between 0 and 14.
Mugatu.
Acidity?
Now, Fuma, it's your chance to answer. He'll finish the question.
Translates the values of the concentration of the hydrogen ion into numbers between 0 and 14. It is a quantitative measure of the acidity or basicity of aqueous or other liquid solutions. A solution with less than 7 is considered acidic. The measurement was originally used by the Danish biochemist S.P.L. Sorensen to represent the hydrogen ion concentration. What is this?
Fuma, 5 seconds. Fuma.
H+.
Mugatu.
pH.
Yeah. And as a hint, if we've given you 5 seconds to answer, we don't penalize for wrong answers, so I'd say go for it, okay? Oh, so, Mugatu, you get to choose.
Biology test for 20, please?
Biology test, 20 points.
This is composed of dense, fibrous bundles of collagenous fibers and spindle-shaped cells known as fibroblasts with little ground substance. At joints, it forms a capillary sac that...
Mugatu.
Cartilage.
Fuma, it's your chance to answer, and he'll finish the question.
At joints, it forms a capillary sac that encloses the articulating bone ends and a lubricating membrane, the synovial membrane. It is a tough, fibrous band of connective tissue that serves to support the internal organs and holds bones together in proper articulation at the joints. What is this?
Fuma, 5 seconds. Fuma.
Ligament?
Good job, Fuma team, and you get to choose.
Mixed history, 20, please.
Mixed history for 20 points. The use of this country's name probably dates from about the beginning of the 3rd millennium BC. It is the site of the earliest known civilization, located in the southernmost part of Mesopotamia between the Tigris, the Fuma.
Babylon?
And Mugatu, it's your chance to answer. I'll finish the question. The Tigris and the Euphrates rivers in the area that later became Babylonia. Cuneiform writing, which originated in southern Mesopotamia, was probably invented by its people, who used it to inscribe their language. What is this ancient country? And Mugatu, you have 5 seconds. Mugatu.
Iraq?
What we're looking for is the ancient civilization. Remember, think back to your history books. The first civilization with cuneiform writing, Mugatu.
Sumerians. Yes.
Yes,
Okay.
Sumer. And it is now southern Iraq from around Baghdad to the Persian Gulf. And Mugatu, you have taken the lead, 40 versus Fuma's 30. This is a very close game. We'll see what happens next with Mugatu's choice.
Could we have biology test for 30, please?
Biology test, 30 points.
This is a source of energy in cell function, and the regulation of its metabolism is of great importance. Molecules of starch, the major energy reserve carbohydrate of plants, consists of thousands of this units, as do those of cellulose. It is found in fruits and honey and is the major free sugar circulating.
Mugatu.
Carbohydrates.
Fuma, it's your chance to answer and he'll finish. Fuma.
Glucose?
Yeah. I know it's hard to listen carefully because of the lights and the people behind you and everything, but we mentioned carbohydrates in the question. Yeah, and the term actually, glucose, comes from Greek glycos, meaning sweet. It has the molecular formula C6H12O6. And Fuma, you have taken the lead with this question, and you are 60 versus Mugatu's 40. You get to choose.
We really like biology tests, but I think we'll take mixed history.
Yeah.
Mixed history, 30.
All right, mixed history for 30 points. This person twice reached the zenith of fame with a period of unexampled odium intervening. By defeating Napoleon at Waterloo, he became the conqueror of the world's conqueror. After Waterloo, he joined a repressive government, and later as Prime Minister, he resisted pressure for constitutional reform. He was the British Army commander during the Napoleonic Wars, and later Prime Minister of Great Britain. Who is this? Mugatu.
Lord Byron?
Fuma, 5 seconds.
You guess.
Fuma?
Nelson.
Now, in fashion, long boots that come up to the knee are called blank boots. Fuma. Fuma?
Knee high.
And Mugatu, 5 seconds. They're usually for military and equestrian use in England.
Johnson.
Mugatu?
Is it Johnson?
Actually, we're looking for Wellington. Arthur Wellesley
Duke
Wellington
of
was
Wellington.
the first Duke of Wellington, and Wellington boots are the boots that come knee-high. And I'll choose the next one. Why don't we go with based on facts for 10 points. The film Confessions of a Dangerous Mind is an adaptation of the cult memoir of game show impresario Mugatu.
Chuck Berry.
Oh no. Fuma.
Chuck Barris.
Listen carefully to the question. Game show impresario Chuck Barris, in which he purports to have been a CIA hitman. Hollywood stars Julia Roberts and Drew Barrymore both appear in the film, and both of them worked for a scale salary of only $250,000 as a favor to their friend and director. What is the name of this actor that appears in Ocean's 11 and Solaris? Who?
George
Fuma.
Clooney.
Fuma?
George Clooney.
And Fuma, I'd like to just remind you, only share the answer with us after I've called out your team name.
We were really excited.
Yeah, well, he was in Ocean's 11 and Solaris, and he made his directorial debut with this film. And Brad Pitt and Matt Damon cameoed for free because they're friends. And Fuma, it's your choice now.
Mixed history, 40, please.
Mixed history, 40 points. The first atomic bomb to be used in warfare was dropped on Hiroshima, a Japanese army base and city of 343,000 inhabitants at 9:15 a.m. August 6, 1945. The bomb was dropped from this fame? Mugatu.
Enola Gay.
And it is the name of the pilot's mother. Actually, the pilot's name is Colonel Paul W. Tibbets.
I'm getting nervous. This is an exciting game.
Yeah, you guys are buzzing in very quickly. It's fun to watch. And Mugatu, you're leading by 10 points. You get to choose.
I guess we'll finish off mixed history.
Finishing off mixed history, 50 points. This person was perhaps the most influential conquistador in Spanish history. In Panama, he heard tales of a southern land rich in gold. During the Mugatu.
Cortez.
Fuma.
Ponce de Leon.
And now the chance to answer is open to both of you. I'll finish the question. During the 1520s, he led 2 expeditions down the west coast of South America and saw the golden ornaments worn by Native Americans of the Inca Empire of Peru. Returning to Spain, he secured the king's permission to conquer the land and become its governor. Who was the Spanish conqueror and governor who destroyed the Inca Empire? Fuma.
Pizarro.
Yes. Francisco Pizarro is the man's name. And Fuma, with that question, you have taken the lead. 120 points versus Mugatu's 80, and you get to choose.
Based on facts for 20, please.
Based on facts for 20 points. This film is based on the true story of Frank Abagnale Jr., a successful Fuma.
Catch Me If You Can.
And it is a DiCaprio Hanks movie. Did you like the film?
Yeah, I liked it a lot, yeah.
Yeah, it was a pretty good film to watch. And
He didn't.
such an interesting...
Oh, I liked it okay.
Well, it's an interesting person. That's the main character, right? And Fuma, you are increasing your lead. You get to choose.
Based on facts, 30, please.
Sure. Staying with the same category, based on facts, 30 points. This film, the true story of Władysław Szpilman, a Polish Jew, witnesses the restrictions Nazis placed. Mugatu.
The Pianist.
Yes. And Roland Polanski, the director of the film, got a Palme d'Or for this. And did you like that one?
See, I actually haven't seen the movie, which was why I was nervous about answering that.
Well, it was a good guess.
Thank you.
And Mugatu, you're catching up. 110 versus Fuma's 140. You get to choose.
Based on facts for 40.
Staying with the same category, based on facts, 40 points. This story was based on real-life events that occurred in 1993 and ended in tragedy. The Teena Brandon story, that is, Brandon's murder by 2 of his supposed friends. Fuma.
Boys Don't Cry.
And the director of this film, Kimberly Pierce, made a very oddly touching story out of this very tragic tale. And Fuma, you're increasing your lead. You get to choose.
We'll finish the category for 50.
Closing the category based on facts, 50 points. This film is of the human spirit, about the true life account of John Merrick, a deformed man. Fuma.
The Elephant Man.
That is we were talking about the David Lynch 1980 film starring John Hurt, who had his face covered in a mask while he made this movie. He actually was nominated for an Oscar for his role. And Mugatu, I saw you buzzing in with all these movie questions, but Fuma's just quicker with the buzzer. And Fuma, you get to choose.
Expo?
Sure.
Expo products for 10.
Expo products for 10 points.
Hello, my name is Yang Sung-seok and I work for Gyeongju World Culture Expo. Gyeongju World Culture Expo will take place until October 23rd under the theme, The Dreams of the Flying Horse, Harmony in Diversity as its sub-theme. Gyeongju is a city of living history and it preserves the magnificent details of the 1,000 years of ancient history. Now, let's take a look at some questions about Expo. Ruth Handler, who made this, said, "My whole philosophy was that through it, the little girl could be anything she wanted to be. This popular character doll, for which a variety of clothing and accessories is available, was launched in the 1958 New York Toy Fair."
Mugatu.
Barbie?
Yeah. She made her debut in the 1959 New York Toy Fair and has become a great hit since. And did you know they came up with a new version of the Barbie, and she's more kind of anatomically like a real woman.
Happy to be me,
Really?
Yeah.
So you mean the first one wasn't?
Oh, and wow, and Mugatu, you get to choose.
Biology test for 40, please.
Okay, biology test for 40 points.
The primary difference between DNA and this is that DNA is a double...
Fuma.
RNA?
Or ribonucleic acid is what we would have taken. And Fuma, you get to choose.
Finish it?
No.
No. Okay, Expo products for 20, please.
Expo products for 20 points.
About 2,000 years ago, there were 6 villages in Gyeongju in Korea, each of which were governed by its own chief. The 6 village chiefs held a discussion as they saw their people were lawless because they have no king. As a result, they appointed Baekhyokose as their king. It is the birthplace of this kingdom in 57 BC Gyeongju, which is where the expo is being held, was the capital of this kingdom, which was an age of culture and art.
Mugatu.
Shilla?
And Mugatu, it's good to see you on the board. You get to choose.
Expo products for 30, please.
Expo products, 30 points.
Historically, many inventions have been introduced through the expo. This invention was shown at the Paris Exposition of 1900. In 1891, Jacques Renault created a new novelty ride at Coney Island, a moving stairway that elevated passengers on a conveyor.
Fuma.
Escalator.
Yeah. Hard to imagine an escalator being a ride, but when it was first introduced, people said they got dizzy on the escalators. Anyway, it was created by joining Scala, which is Latin for steps, with elevator. And Fuma, you get to choose.
Okay, Expo for 40.
Expo, 40 points.
In 1939, the New York World Fair took place. The Westinghouse Company developed this for the fair. The contents were selected based upon American life as in 1939. Inside this were 35 common items such as fountain pens and a set of alphabet blocks, etc. It was constructed from an alloy made of tempered copper, chromium, and silver called cuploy. It would be retrieved 50 centuries after being...
Fuma.
Time capsule?
Contemporary art, literature, and news events were included in microfilm in this time capsule. And Fuma, you get to choose.
We'll finish Expo products, please.
Closing the category, Expo products for 50 points.
The epic story of this is dramatized in performance through dynamic musical composition in the 2003 Gyeongju World Culture Expo. It used to be stricken 33 times at the turn of a new year, but ringing the bell is now forbidden to protect it. The technique of making its connecting pin has remained a mystery. Its official name is the Divine Bell of King Seongdeok, but it is nicknamed after the legend that a baby girl cried for this. What is this?
Mugatu.
종각?
Fuma, 5 seconds. Fuma.
Thanks for the day off, John.
Close. Close, actually.
I'm sure your friend appreciated that, your boss. Well, no, we were looking for Emile. The Emile bell is famous because every time we ring it, we seem to hear the cry of the baby. Anyway, I'll choose. Why don't we go with sports events for 20 points?
Recently, Korea's LG Electronics company announced that they will hold a world-scale championship of this sport.
Mugatu.
Baseball.
Fuma, it's your chance to answer and he'll finish the question.
Of this sport to spread the image of its cell phones to the younger generation all over the world. The first competition will take place on November 15th, and it includes 4 events: inline skating, skateboarding, BMX, and freestyle motocross. It refers to non-traditional sports and activities that require participants to combine athletic skill with pronounced risk. What are these?
Fuma.
Extreme sports.
Yeah. Or X Games. And Mugatu, I'm sure you would have known the answer had you gotten to the end. You were kind of eager to buzz in, though.
Eager beaver. All right.
And Fuma, you get to choose.
All right, sports events for 30, please.
All right, sports events, 30 points.
This sports event was established in 1903 by Henri Delagrange, a French cyclist and journalist.
Mugatu.
The Tour de France.
And Lance Armstrong is famous for doing well in the Tour de France.
My hometown.
Really?
Austin, yeah.
Oh.
Is that right? You know, about Lance Armstrong, I know that some people have fans, some people are fans and some people are not, but when you think about it, remember the guy had cancer, and he came back from cancer to win the Tour de France 5 times. And that's amazing.
Yeah,
you know, that's
it is
truly an
amazing.
inspirational story if there is ever one, you know?
Yeah, it's true. And, well, where were we? Okay, Mugatu, you get to choose.
Sports events for 40, please.
All right, sports events, 40 points.
Over 10 years ago, this sport exploded in America with the first UFC.
Mugatu.
Mixed martial arts.
Yeah. Or we would have taken NHB, no holds barred. The UFC, Pride FC, King of the Cage, K1, Spirit MC. These are all competitions of this sport that take place all over the world. Basically, it's do whatever you want to knock your opponent down.
Are you a fan?
No.
No?
It sounds pretty frightening, actually.
It is actually frightening, but believe it or not, like I'm like, ew, this is gross, and I'm flipping through, and as soon as I see it, I happen to stay there.
Yeah, just
I'm like,
can't
whoa,
look away.
you know, seriously, seriously.
And Mugatu, you get to choose.
Sports events for 50, please.
Closing the category, sports events, 50 points.
This city is famous for its car races. This race is probably the world's best-known
Fuma.
Daytona.
And Mugatu, it's your chance to answer. He'll finish the question.
This race is probably the world's best-known automobile race, run annually with few exceptions since 1923 at the Sarthe road racing circuit near this city of France. Since 1928, the winner has been the car that travels the greatest distance in a 24-hour time period. This old city is mainly cramped within the old gallows.
Mugatu.
Po.
Now the chance to answer is open to both of you. Fuma.
Monaco.
Mugatu, it's your chance to answer. He'll finish the question.
Has been the car that travels the greatest distance in a 24-hour time period. This old city is mainly cramped within the old Gallo-Roman walls on the left bank of the Sarthe. What is this city in northern France?
Mugatu. Mugatu.
Le Mans.
Yes. Le Mans Grand Prix d'Endurance, Le Mans 24-hour race, or 24 hours of Le Mans champions. The Korean car is the full name of the race, and there actually was a Korean car in the 1990s produced with the name Le Mans. And, well, Mugatu, we have just one question left on the board, so let's go with that. Biology test, 50 points.
The one you guys have been both dodging. Here we go, ready? Deep inside human body muscles lurk a multitude of microscopic structures called this. These are of major importance to your athletic efforts. That's because they are the only places inside human muscle cells where carbohydrate, fat, and protein can be broken down in the presence of oxygen to create the energy you need to exercise. They are small cellular structures or organelles.
Mugatu.
ATP.
And Fuma, it's your chance to answer. He'll finish the question.
They are small cellular structures or organelles found in the cytoplasm of eukaryotic cells. What is this?
Fuma, 5 seconds. Fuma.
Mitochondria.
This is where nutrients are formed into ATP so that we may use them. And Fuma, with that, you have won. Congratulations.
Various prizes are awaiting our winning contenders. Your first win will take you on a trip to Jeju Island. Your second win to Japan. Your third win will take you to China. And on your fourth win, you'll win a trip to Southeast Asia. On your fifth win, a trip to Hawaii. your 6th win, a trip to the United States. And on your 7th win, you'll take the grand prize of a tour of Europe. We hope many of you join us.
Wow, well, with that, Mugatu, you did a great job with this game. It was a very close one, actually. So I know you have supporters back home. What do you want to say?
I want to say hi to my friend who's in Japan. I was trying to get to another round so that she could come and see me, but oh well.
Can we come back?
Hopefully we'll have a round for those of you who've been on the show already. We actually have had many inquiries about that. So, well, thank you very much for being with us. And now, Fuma team, well, congratulations. So, how do you feel?
Feels real good.
Yeah. We're happy.
So this is your win number 2, and I know you're aiming to go to Europe, so we'll be seeing you next week.
Sure. Well, yeah, we can
All right,
make it.
congratulations again on your win number 2.
Thank you.
And with that, the Fuma team has won 2 in a row. We'll see what happens next week. Join us again. Thank you very much. Bye-bye.